That's how it works. An eye for an eye. It's called vendetta.
That.
Hello FPL managers, yes, we're back again with another video for the Fantasy Premier League 2021-22 season. It's the Game Week 26 preview. It's another double game week. We're going to be taking a look at how well we did in double game week 25, our transfer plan for double game week 26, possible alterations to the strategy that we already laid out for this period, as well as our team selection for this game week and captaincy pick. Spoiler alert, it's on Mohamed Salah. No mystery there, mystery solved. The real question is, are we going to be triple captaining or are we going to be bench boosting? It's all good. We're going to take a look at all that. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, please like this video. It'll really help the channel a lot. And if you enjoy the content, do subscribe. We're trying to hit 400 subscribers as soon as possible, so click that red button, turn on your notifications, and let's get down to business. So a quick review of how well we did in game week 25. This is how we lined up, and as you can see, we decided to take out Dennis and bring in Morpay as our transfer for game week 25. And our Manchester City assets, all three of them, didn't feature for this game week, so they all dropped down to the bench, as well as Ramsdale, who didn't have a fixture for this game week. And in came King and Mitchell, as well as Guehi, the Crystal Palace defenders. And luckily for us, the Crystal Palace defenders got a clean sheet, so that saved us a lot. And in goal we had David De Gea with his double game week. He eventually got a clean sheet and totaled up to 10 points. Aside from the Crystal Palace defenders, Liverpool as well got a clean sheet. And Bowen is the really impressive asset that we had this game week. I wish I had captained him, but it was safe to captain a double game weeker, especially in a game week where a lot of managers had more than 2 double game week players. I had only 2, so I had to go with a double game weeker. And the safe pick for our team was Morpay, and he got us 8 points in total. That doubled to 16. Other asset actually got us points. Rafinha only played 45 minutes and blanked. Coutinho played away and blanked. Jota with the 1 point came in with just 1 point. And King and Edward, really disappointing again, just 2 appearance points for them. So it kind of totaled up to 65 points. And I was really hoping that we didn't get a red arrow this game week, and luckily for us we didn't. It wasn't much of a green arrow anyway, but for a short period of time this game week we were in the top 10k, and we held on until that second half between Manchester United and Brighton, and Cristiano Ronaldo scored, and the last minute Bruno goal really broke my heart, and we just landed on the top 19k for now. So let's see how we're gonna line up for game week 26. This is the really big game week. We really planned out this game week with our wild card in game week 23 or 24, was it? Yep. And yeah, that was 23, and that leaves us with a lot of double game weekers. But the strategy really wasn't focused on just this game week. It was focused on the game weeks even afterwards. You'll see what I mean when I talk about our strategy for this game week and beyond. So this is how the team lines up before game week 25, with De Gea and Ramsdale in goal. These 2 goalkeepers really combined very well between now and game week 30. As you can see, Jota is flagged. It's 50% chance of him featuring in game week 26. So we've already made the transfer of KDB to Salah, and we're going to be taking now Jota because he only has 1 game week this game week at most. So we're going to be taking him out, and we're going to be using our second free transfer, which we didn't plan on using, to bring in an asset who has a good fixture this game week. I was thinking about Sterling and Heung-min Son. Son's got 2 games this game week. Sterling only has the 1, and his fixtures even beyond game week 26 aren't so easy. So I'm gonna lean back on Heung-min Son, because he's got even though he's got Manchester City this game week, he has Burnley, Leeds, Everton coming up. So he's the guy we're gonna be bringing in, and this is how the squad is going to look. So we've spent both our free transfers, and any other transfer we're going to make now is going to accumulate a hit. And I'm really thinking about getting Tierney in for Laporte. I haven't done that just yet. I've only made the Salah and Son transfers so far, and this is how the team is at the moment. If I'm going to make that transfer, I'm gonna let you guys know before the deadline on my Twitter page. Okay, so this is how the team lines up for game week 26. As you can see, Ramsdale in goal against Brentford and Wolves. We've got Trent, Guehi and Cancelo. If I make the Tierney transfer, then it's gonna be Trent, Tierney and Cancelo. In midfield we have Rafinha, Salah, who is gonna be our triple captain, and Son, as well as Coutinho and Bowen, and then King and Edouard are gonna be our forwards. King hasn't been doing very well, so he's another player who might drop to the bench if I make that Tierney move. So I don't know how it's gonna go. Let's see how the press conferences go. I haven't even checked them out yet, so that's gonna let me know if I'm gonna be making that transfer. We have 8 game week double game week players in our team, even before taking any hits, so I'm gonna decide on all that afterwards. We're definitely gonna triple captain Salah, no doubt about it. If you look at the bench, if I had better players, I would definitely be bench boosting. I think we'll prefer to use that bench boost later on in the season, particularly that big massive double game week in game week 36. So for our strategy for game week 26 and beyond, I definitely want at least 8 doublers in game week 26. I'm gonna be having 11 players who are gonna be featuring for game week 27. Okay, and I want to ensure that I'm going into game week 28 with 2 free transfers. Okay, so I've mapped out 2 possibilities of how I can do that. I'm going to be bringing in Salah and Son, and in game week 27, when Liverpool and Arsenal are blanking, I'm going to roll the transfer. Yes, sounds crazy. I'm going to roll the transfer because I have 11 players who can feature for game week 27, so I'm very lucky in that aspect. In game week 28, I'm going to be going into that game week with 2 free transfers, and that would ensure that I can bring in doublers from Arsenal or Chelsea. And then in game week 29, I could possibly bring in Robertson because I only have Salah and Trent because I've sold Jota for Son. So that will let me free hit in game week 30. Okay, the bench boost, of course, we're going to keep till game week 36. The second possibility is to go with Salah, Tierney and Son for a -4 hit, roll once again, buy 2 doublers in game week 28, and then possibly get Robertson or Son or Sterling, depending on who I've gone with in game week 26, and then free hit in game week 30. Now game week 30 is a tricky one because I don't really have a lot of players who are going to feature in that game week, probably only 3, and after game week 27, we're going to know exactly which teams have proceeded in the FA Cup. And when we know which teams are not, who have been knocked out, we're going to know exactly which fixtures are going to go ahead for game week 30. That will help me know exactly what players to bring in with my 2 free transfers in game week 28 and the free transfer in game week 29. Okay, that would really help. If I find out that a team like Liverpool are definitely not going to play in game week 30, then my transfer in game week 29 will definitely not be Robertson. Okay, so that just gives you an idea of why the strategy is like this. So the only real question mark right now is if I'm bringing in Tierney for double game week 26. I already have enough players to feature 8 double game weekers in game week 26. So bringing in Tierney isn't really gonna increase the doublers, because if I bring in Tierney, that means I'm gonna drop one of either King or Rafinha, you know. So that's the real question mark. So I have to wait for the press conference from Arteta to know if Tierney is fit and ready to go. Okay, so if he is, then I'll probably bring in Tierney. I was thinking about bringing in a Wolves asset, someone who doesn't blank in 27, but the Wolves double isn't as good as the Arsenal double, and Arsenal have the possibility of a double in 28 as well. So that's the reason why I'm leaning towards an Arsenal defender rather than a Wolves defender. So that's just it. So that's the only real question mark for the game week. For now, this is how the team looks with Ramsdale in goal, who's facing Brentford and Wolves. Trent, Guehi, Cancelo, which could be Trent, Guehi, Tierney, or Trent, Tierney, Cancelo. So in midfield, we're going to have Rafinha, Salah, our triple captain, Son, Coutinho, Bowen, and then as our forwards, we have King, Edward. Now, King could possibly drop to the bench for the second Crystal Palace defender Mitchell to come in, because if you really look at it, if I went with just Cancelo and dropped Mitchell to the bench and probably brought in Tierney for -4, let's compare the possibilities. If Tierney got 2 clean sheets in game week 26, that's a total of 12 points at least. If Mitchell only got a clean sheet against Watford, that's 8 points. Okay, so it kind of balances out if I'm taking Tierney for -4. So the reason why, even with the hit, I'm still leaning towards getting in Tierney for the reasons that I listed: the possible double in game week 28 or 29, and then he definitely features in game week 30. So that's it. That's our team for game week 26. If there are any alterations at all, I'm gonna let you guys know on my Twitter page at FPL Vendetta. Don't forget to follow me. I always follow back, and don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to click that red button and subscribe. We're still trying to hit 400 subscribers as soon as possible. All that's left to do is wish you guys good luck, have fun, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.